fairy tale? Is a story automatically a fairy tale? No, like Mission Impossible is probably not a fairy tale, right? What makes a story a fairy tale? Yeah, so maybe there's like imaginary creatures in the story, or unicorns or something like that. What else makes a story a fairy tale? Magic could make a story a fairy tale, yes.
It's fake.
Yeah, it's not real, it didn't really happen. Yeah, Josh.
Villains.
Villains, I like it. Isabel, thanks for raising your hand. A fairy? Wait, what? Yeah, a fairy is probably in a fairy tale. Jensen, do you want to come sit here with the boys? I can make a swap for you by the boys. You okay there? Okay, just checking. Okay, anything else that makes a story a fairy tale? Maddie. Yeah, somebody made it up. Okay, last one. Hallie. Nope, Maddie. Eliza. That was not even close to what I guessed. Eliza. Yeah, magic in it. Yes, all those things make great stories and great fairy tales. Is Beauty and the Beast a fairy tale? Yes. I want to read you a little bit of the original Beauty and the Beast story. Does anyone have any guesses for when the original Beauty and the Beast story was written? Any guesses? What do you think? Braxton? No. Judson? Okay, that means you're Braxton, right? Someday I'm going to get that right. Braxton, Judson, Josh. I got it. I won't mess it up again today. Hey, any guesses when it was written? 1656. Ooh, that's a really, really good guess. It was actually written in 1740. So that was about maybe 280 something years ago-ish. About 250 years ago. That's how old the Beauty and the Beast story is. Okay, and as I read it to you, you're going to see that it's the same story, but it's a little bit different than the movie. Okay, so everybody listen. It's going to be good. You're going to like this. As soon as I find the right page that it's on. Here it is. And I'm not going to read you the whole thing because that would take 10 years. Just a little piece of it. Here it comes. The merchant bade Beauty a hasty farewell. As soon as he was mounted, the horse went off at such a pace, she lost sight of him in an instant. Then Beauty began to cry and wandered sadly back to her own room. But soon she found she was very sleepy, and as she had nothing better to do, she lay down and instantly fell asleep. And then she dreamed she was walking by a brook, bordered with trees and lamenting her sad fate, when a young prince, handsomer than anyone she had ever seen, and with a voice that went straight to her heart, came to her and said, "Ah, Beauty, you are not so unfortunate as you suppose. Here you will be rewarded for all you have suffered elsewhere. Your every wish shall be gratified. Only try to find me, no matter how I may be disguised, for I love you dearly, and in making me happy, you will find your own happiness." "Oh, what can I do, Prince, to make you happy?" said Beauty. "Only be grateful," he answered, "and do not trust too much to your eyes. Do not let yourself be deceived by appearances. Above all, do not desert me until you have saved me from my cruel misery." Beauty found her dream so interesting that she was in no hurry to wake up. But presently the clock roused her by calling her name softly 12 times. "Beauty, Beauty, Beauty, Beauty." So she rose and began to explore some of the many rooms of the palace. The first room she entered was lined with mirrors. Beauty saw herself reflected on every side and thought she had never seen such a charming room. Then, a bracelet which was hanging down from a chandelier caught her eye. Tearing herself away from the bracelet, she passed into a room which contained every musical instrument under the sun. And last but not least, she found a room, and wax candles and diamond and ruby candlesticks lit themselves. Beauty found her supper served just at the time she preferred to have it, but she did not see anyone or hear a sound. Though her father had warned her she would be alone, she began to find it rather dull. Presently, she heard the beast coming and wondered tremblingly if he meant to eat her now. However, he did not seem at all ferocious and only said gruffly, "Good evening, Beauty." The beast, she answered cheerfully and managed to conceal her terror. The beast asked how she had been amusing herself, and she told him all the rooms that she had seen. Then he asked if she thought she could be happy in his palace, and Beauty answered that everything was so beautiful she would be very hard to please if she could not find a way to be happy. After an hour's talk, Beauty began to think that the beast was not nearly so terrible as she had supposed at first. Then he rose to leave her and said in his gruff voice, "Do you love me, Beauty? Will you marry me?" "Oh, what shall I say?" cried Beauty, for she was afraid to make the beast angry by refusing. "Say yes or no without fear," he replied. "Oh, no, beast," said Beauty hastily. "Since you will not, good night, Beauty," he said. And she answered him, "Good night, beast," very glad to find her refusal had not made him angry. And he was gone. She was very soon in bed and dreaming of her unknown prince. She thought he came and said, "Ah, Beauty, why are you so unkind to me? I fear I am fated to be unhappy for many a long day still." So, who was the prince in her dream? Did you guys figure it out? Maddie. Yeah, it was the beast, but he looked different, right? So she was totally fine being friends with the guy in her dream. Well, why wasn't she being fine with the beast in real life? Because he was different and scary looking. So, but they were the same person, he just looked different. So whenever you guys come across someone who might not look like your handsome prince in the dream, should you be friends with them? Yeah. Do you have to marry them? No, you don't have to marry them, but it probably would be a good idea to